Hi, it's Jeff. I'm going to take you through a 5, 6, 7, 8 minute presentation just explaining what Inspection Coach and Improvement Hub are and how it can help you in your school. So this first slide shows our platform landing page. Platform's just a fancy name for a website, and on this website live at the moment 3 of our products. There's Inspection Coach that manages school improvement, self-evaluation, Improvement Hub, which manages school improvement, and our reading assessment software, which manages miscue analysis and things like that. But today I'm just going to talk about Inspection Coach and Improvement Hub. And you can log into any of our products using the sign in button just here. It's also worth pointing out that our 2 Simple products will also come on this platform soon, so I don't know if any of you use 2 Simple in your school, but it won't be long before To Build a Profile also lives on this platform as well. Okay, so the next slide. We speak to loads of ed teachers all the time, and so many of them are just worried about Ofsted coming in all the time, and also just whether or not they've got everything in place that they need to have in place. And we thought, wouldn't it be great if we could create an environment or a website where head teachers could manage all of their information that they needed. They could pull together governors and key staff members, the Ofsted framework, the self-valuation and improvement planning all in one place, so you don't need to worry where everything is, and give you a kind of peace of mind to know that you were organised at any point. So we came up with the idea of Inspection Coach. And basically, Inspection Coach is a really easy to use project management tool. The first page is the head teacher's dashboard. This shows us the 5 areas of the Ofsted inspection framework. It's worth pointing out at this point that this is going to change pretty soon. So it won't be long till these are just the 4 sections, the new sections of the inspection framework, and our team of inspectors are currently working on this, and this will all be ready for all our users to use after Easter. But as you can see, at the moment it shows the 5 areas of the framework and the 45 subsections of that, and for each of those 45 subsections I can see how I've evaluated the school in each area. So green is outstanding, blue is good, orange requires improvement, and red inadequate. And the light grey and dark grey areas just show areas that we've begun and not finished, or we haven't begun yet. The really great thing about this page is that anyone involved in making the school a better place can immediately see what the school's doing well and what the school needs to improve on. So it's a really strong screen for particularly sharing with governors and less experienced members of staff and so on. So everybody is fully appreciative of what our key priorities are over the coming year. To perform an evaluation, I just double click on any of these areas here, and I'm going to take you through what the process that we do now. So I would double click on an area, and here I'm looking at leadership of the early years. Typically the system would ask us where do we think we currently are, and you've got the judgment statements down the side here. I could watch a video of one of our inspectors explaining what they'd expect to see in an outstanding school in this particular area. These little videos are only 2 minutes long, and they're dead useful for, again, setting expectations and providing a kind of moderatory input for the decisions that you're about to make. So what you do is you just click on a judgment category that you think you are, and then over here on the right hand side a set of questions will pop up. So it's just like saying, well, if you think you're outstanding, prove it. And the questions on the right hand side have very specific success criteria. You can see this little tick here, and you can tick whether or not you meet the criteria. If you do meet the criteria, you can drag and drop pieces of evidence in this area at the bottom here. This is amazingly useful for putting things like policy documents, test results, little videos of meetings you've had, or videos of good practice, or photographs, or any piece of evidence that you currently store in like a cupboard or a creaking shelf on the wall can be stored in this area here. And the valuable thing is it's there when you need it. So if Ofsted do walk through the door, or if you need to put your hands on that evidence at any point in time, you know it's not on a USB stick somewhere, or stuck on the network somewhere, or on the deputy head's laptop. You know it's all safe in one place. So basically you move your way through these questions, either meeting the success criteria or not meeting the success criteria. One really fantastic feature is this add to sit button here at the bottom. So if you don't meet a success criteria, our inspection team considers that basically that is a gap that's preventing you from becoming good. And to fill that gap, you need an action for your school improvement plan, and then the completion of that action fills the gap and allows you to move up into the category that you should be in. So if you click on this add to sit button, an example action for your improvement plan is automatically created. Again, our inspection team have written literally hundreds and hundreds of example actions for your improvement plans. And the great thing is these are suggested to you at the very moment that you need them. So you can then click in any of these boxes and edit them and change them and make them appropriate for your setting. All the criteria settings down the side can also be changed so that they reflect how you currently have your improvement plan structured in your school. When it prints out in a really traditional way as well, so it will print out, the printout will look just like the printout you have in your existing improvement plan. So you can make changes to the content if you want to. You can assign it to a member of staff to complete, and then after you've done that you click create, and that does two awesome things. First thing it does is it sends that action to the improvement plan, and the second thing it does is it sends the person that you've given it to an email saying congratulations, you've got an action on the school improvement plan, click here to get cracking on it. And the great thing about that is everybody is absolutely clear about what they are responsible and accountable for. It's a great way of bringing this whole staff and the governors into the improvement planning process, so it is absolutely explicit who is responsible for what, which is a really important thing. At any point, the whole thing can be printed out really nicely. So self-evaluation summary document is automatically created for you, which you can then subsequently edit online or export into Word or PDF if you wanted to. Some people use this, some people don't. It depends how you want to produce your document. But it's quite nice because it kind of takes the donkey work out of it for you. And just to finish off, I'm just going to show you a little bit about the Improvement Hub. So as I said, as you go along creating actions inside Inspection Coach, these actions are then dropped into the Improvement Center here, where they can be viewed in lots of different ways. I've currently got this dashboard here set up to look at the key priorities that we're working on, but we can change these. So the key priorities in my school, for instance, might be to improve the progress of children in Key Stage 2, to look at the attainment of boys in Year 6 maths, or you've all got key priorities for your own particular school. So we would change these filters here to reflect the priorities of your school, and then the system would look through all the actions that have been created and present them back to you. Down the right hand side there's an information about latest plan updates, giving you a Facebook style feed so you know exactly who's been working on which actions and how they're completing them. It's worth saying at this point as well that this part of the system can manage all sorts of action planning within the school. So it can look after subject coordinator plans, it can look after governor plans, it can look after improvement plans or specific action plans, and you can set the dials to report against any of that. So I could be looking at the plans to manage a subject, or I could say, oh, show me all the actions that the deputy's working on, or show me all the actions that are overdue, or show me all the actions that cost more than £500 to complete. Basically, it puts you in complete control of the improvement planning process. I'm conscious that I've nearly run out of time. The last few things I want to show you is at any point, all of this can be printed out in really professional looking printouts. So this last page shows you the task list where I can print out an executive summary of the whole plan. So it's great for a curriculum action plan for English, for instance, or a finance subcommittee action plan. The next one is task lists with subtasks. That's looking at key priorities and the actions that relate to those key priorities. So within my key priority for improving progress of Key Stage 2 boys, I might also have a set of actions, some drawn from the finance plan, some drawn from the maths plan, some drawn from the assessment plan, some drawn from the CPD plan. The next one is the task calendar, which people find really useful. It takes all the actions in the improvement plan and drops them into a calendar. Great for seeing if you've got any pinch points during the year when looks like you're going to be overly busy, and you can restructure things. And the last one just prints out one action per page, which is super useful for if you're working with a subcommittee or a working party, you can print out the action and you can all scribble notes on it as you go along. And last of all is the price. It is unbelievably cheap. We're currently doing a pilot in Havering, and the lead inspector there said that the software offers incredible value for money. It's literally a half the price of similar products that don't do as much out there in the market. So if you're looking at Inspection Coach, then prices start from as little as £200 per year, and that gets you everything that I've just shown you, all the self-valuation, all the setting up of your plans, all your support by our team here in Manchester, and you're up and running. If you wanted Improvement Hub as well, you could have the whole thing for as little as £400 for both. So there you go. I've put some order forms out on your tables for you. If you'd like an online demo, we do telephone demos over the phone, so we can talk to you and take you through the actual live version of the system where we give you a login for it. It only takes literally 10 minutes to go through it, and we can do it with your whole of your management team if you like. If you're interested, fill in a form now, give it me back, and we'll give everybody that's here Improvement Hub free for a year. So that's basically a 50% discount. So please fill those forms in, give them back to me now, and we'll book in. We'll give you a call next week and book you in for a phone call, which will only take you 5 minutes, but we'll save you hours and hours of time in the long run. All right. So thanks for listening to me, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you. Bye bye.